series, New York Knicks. I'm just a bunch of sorry asses right now. If the New York Knicks lose this series, heads need to roll. Get your damn acts together and start winning these damn games. You're inventing new ways to lose. I'm calling names. Mike Brown, Leon Rose, you don't talk to the media. We don't know what the hell you doing day to day. What the hell have you done? This was the Knicks' opportunity, and they're blowing it. You better win Game 4. You better win Game 4.
Now, does this look like an overreaction today on a Monday? Because look at the Knicks winning Game 4 in dominant fashion, Perk. What do you think?
Well, no overreaction.
There
no
might be.
overreaction.
Might have been.
Shay, yes, it was. Yes, it was, because I'm always watching. I saw this live. I saw it live, and I'm saying to myself, my man Stephen A is up here sweating. You were so hot, you almost gave yourself a stroke. On top of that, I am starting to really get annoyed with the New York Knicks fan base. Y'all are so up and down in a series when you supposed to be even killed. So what, you lost Game 3, right? So what? You still, your thing is to get one and get home court advantage back. And all of a sudden, you come on with these rants. I'm getting text messages from my guy Russ, who's in studio right now. Y'all are so up and down. And you know what's the sad part about it? Is this. Y'all are somewhat spoiled. Y'all spoiled. Because y'all act like y'all are entitled.
What?
Y'all act like y'all entitled. Y'all are not the Lakers. Y'all are not the Celtics. I don't just see championship banners hanging up in Madison Square Garden to act like y'all supposed to be somewhere, or y'all supposed to be in the NBA Finals, or y'all supposed to be winning NBA championships. Now all of a sudden the Knicks fan base want to kick Jalen Brunson to the curb. Y'all haven't been relevant since Moby Dick was a goldfish until he got there. Now all of a sudden, can y'all questioning whether or not y'all can win the title behind a small guard? Everybody need to keep a cool booty. Everybody need to keep a cool booty and let the series play out.
Let me tell you something. Ain't nobody want to hear that from you. Ain't nobody want to hear that from you. You think you in a position to tell New York Knicks fans how to act, Mr. Beaumont, Texas? Who the hell do you think you are, Big Perk? You ain't getting it. And I don't care that your man Russ is texting you. I was looking for you, and I couldn't find you. I needed you live. Damn it, but you were too busy because you got so many jobs. You're all over the damn place. I couldn't find you because I'd have gave you that same damn energy live and in person. Listen, here's the reality of the situation. Nobody with sense is talking about getting rid of Jalen Brunson. We know how great he is. We know how phenomenal he is. We appreciate him. We appreciate Cat showing up and listening to you, Big Perk, in terms of Mike Brown getting him more involved. The brother had a triple-double. We happy about that. Was it you telling them to get more involved? Was it you on the Knicks like back pockets talking about what they weren't doing and how they needed to do it? Wasn't it you that sat up there and said Atlanta shouldn't be that tough of a series, but it was a tough series? They up 2-1 and on the verge of going up 3-1 on the New York Knicks because they couldn't close the deal in Game 3. That was you talking about that too. So don't act like leaving us out on the island like you some innocent bystander hiding behind the bushes, nowhere to be found. You couldn't hide behind the Berlin Wall. That ain't gonna work. We all understand what the hell was going on with the New York Knicks. They got a little bit too comfortable. So let me get specific while you on national television, all right? And your brother Russ, who I like, by the way, your brother Russ can't help you here. And by the way, damn it, how come I haven't been invited on y'all podcast? We'll talk about that another day. I can't believe my boy hasn't invited me yet. But we'll talk about that another day. Here's the bottom line. The bottom line is this with the New York Knicks. They haven't looked the way they're supposed to look all year long. Even you said that. You said it on numerous occasions. Don't get amnesia now. The fact is, we got a guy in Mikal Bridges, 9 scoreless minutes in the second half over the last 2 games. They gave up 6 first-round picks for this brother, 4 unprotected, swaps, another 2. This is what the situation is. We're looking at the New York Knicks because we see Boston is still here. We see the Detroit Pistons coming. We see Orlando and Atlanta coming. We see Toronto being relevant. We see Cleveland being relevant, even though they lost and they're in the series now. We see all of this happening. And the New York Knicks that were in Game 7 of the the Eastern Conference semifinals a couple of years ago. Game 6 of the conference finals, 2 games away from the NBA finals last year. They changed their coach. You understand? You already had gotten Mikal Bridges the summer before. You know you could have had Giannis if you didn't give up all of those assets. So we're looking at the New York Knicks and we're asking, how are you going to get better? How are you going to position yourself to legitimately compete for a championship with the assets that you've given up? Leon Rose, up until that point, did an outstanding job. But I'm telling you right now, if the New York Knicks end up getting bounced out early, we're going to be looking at some of the moves that they made and what they didn't do and how much they gave up and for what. Mikal Bridges is key. Because in the end, even though you may not require him to win this series, you certainly need him to play better and produce more than he has to validate the deal that they made for him. That is the reality of the situation. Look at those numbers right there. Is that what you expect from a cat that you gave up 4 first-round unprotected picks for, bro? And the reason why Jalen Brunson is getting some heat, and it's the only reason I think he deserves some heat, is because, no, he was not in the negotiating room. No, he was not on the phone with the Nets. Yeah, he wanted his boy and all of that stuff. 5 years, $270 million. He was in position to sign. He signs a year earlier, saving the Knicks $114 million. Go ahead and get Mikal Bridges. Give him his $150 million. We don't care about that. That's cool. It's the fact, Big Perk, that you gave up all of those first-round assets. Do you know what the New York Knicks could do if they had some of those assets? And if you're Jalen Brunson, the face of the franchise, you don't let them do. You say to them, yo, don't give up that much. Don't do that now. That's all anybody is saying. That's why we're looking at the Knicks. That's why we got trepidation. And that's why I'm very proud they handled their business the way that they did. Because how they handled their business is how they were supposed to handle their damn business. And I'm going to take some credit for it. Because I don't know if they would have done that had I not gotten in their ass. And that's the bottom line. That's how I feel about it.
This is the playoffs. It's all about adjustments. We have seen that from one game to the next.
They got comfortable, man. They got comfortable, Shay. That's what it was.
It looked like they got pretty comfy in Atlanta with all those Knicks fans down there.
Coming from Texas, talking about how New York Knicks fans supposed to act. Who are you? You don't get to do that, Big Perk. You from Texas. This is New York City, baby. You from Texas. It don't work like that. We ain't flowing like that. Period.
Perk's been on some winning teams now. I think he's qualified to talk about what it takes to win.
He's qualified, not New York, though. No, Shay, because he ruined New York. He contributed to making New Yorkers unhappy when he was beating their behind when he was playing against them. He didn't care about us then. Don't act like you care about us now.
The chuckle is good enough.
Go ahead.
Let's stay with Mikal Bridges here because his minutes are going down. He's averaging 27 minutes and 7 points per game in this series. Is it a big deal that Bridges' minutes continue to go down? Perk, what do you think?
Hell no, it's not a big deal. Who cares? Who cares? You're at the point now, I'm over the whole Mikal Bridges and they gave up 6 first-round picks for unprotected. I'm over all that. You're at the point of the postseason where it's facts over feelings. See, Stephen A is still in his feelings because he's a diehard Knicks fan. I'm going to give you the facts. If you're not playing well, you sit your ass down. This is why the Knicks went loaded up and got deeper. This is why they got more depth, because iron sharpens iron. Okay, if you're not cutting it, we're going to bring in McBride, like we saw in Game 3, although the Knicks didn't win the game, but they closed the game with McBride. Okay, if you still not coming out and you're producing, we're going to give you a fast shot. I'm not going to snatch you out the starting lineup, but Jose, come on in, young fella. Come give us what we need and come give us that energy and that defensive tenacity. Mikal Bridges, have a seat next to me. Maybe you'll come with it in Game 5. You don't have time to continue to try to cater or get the best out of him. We're talking about Mikal Bridges, who has playoff experience, been to NBA Finals, was the starting 3 wing guy on the Phoenix Suns when they lost to the Milwaukee Bucks in the NBA Finals about 4 or 5 years ago. You don't have time to cater to him. I don't want to keep hearing complaining. Next man up mentality. If you ain't producing, sit your ass down, bring in one of those other guys off the bench.
What the hell is going on with you? Are you not listening? Who the hell said you were wrong about that? You preaching the gospel. I didn't have no problem with Bridges being benched. What's the problem? I didn't have no problem with him sitting down. I completely agree with you. The fact of the matter is, I'm proud of Mike Brown for putting in McBride and Jordan Clarkson and making sure that they played more minutes than Bridges because they're producing. What I am saying simultaneously is this. Yo, Mikal Bridges, what's up, bro? They gave up all of these assets for you. You just gonna sit idly by and McBride is a plus 29 when when they on the court together and you a minus 26? Damn, that's a 56-point difference with McBride on the court in favor of Mikal Bridges. That's not something to be alarmed about when 4 first-round unprotected picks was given up for you. I'm not trying to sit up there and make life hard for Mikal Bridges. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm rooting for the brother. You understand? I don't want to upset Josh Hart. I got love for Josh Hart. You understand? I appreciate the Energizer Bunny that he is and what he brings to the New York Knicks. But damn it, we talking basketball. We ain't talking about your personal life. We ain't getting into none of that. We talking about what we seeing you do on the basketball court. And when you consider the assets that the New York Knicks surrendered to get Mikal Bridges, you got to take into consideration, Big Perk, the Lakers gave up a first-round pick for Luka Doncic. The Phoenix Suns, you understand, the Houston Rockets gave up a bunch of second-round picks for Kevin Durant. I mean, my God, you got KD, you got Luka, and half of those assets wasn't given up for this. And the Knicks did this for Mikal Bridges. We can't sit idly by and engage in amnesia because the playoffs are here, even though we getting it from McBride and we getting it from others. And OG, thank you very much for doing what you're doing, and Karl Anthony Towns and others. The fact is we got to look at Mikal Bridges and the New York Knicks and say, yo, what's up? That's unacceptable. We need more, bro. We need more, period. That is not a crime to say that. Not a crime.
I'm starting to believe. See, people don't understand and don't realize that there's levels to this when it comes to the market that you play in. LA, Boston, New York, Philly. It's different levels and it's a different type of pressure when it comes to playing in those cities and playing for those organizations. And I'm starting to have some questions on whether or not Mikal Bridges really ready for this type of pressure that's coming on him, for as them giving up 6 first-round picks, for as them giving him a $150 million contract. Are you ready for the pressure? Seem like he's folding like clean sheets to me. But again, it's still a lot of games left in this series, Shay. They're going to continue, but if once they get past the Hawks, because I believe they are, they're going to need Mikal Bridges in that Boston
Hey, that's why I'm crying. I'm ready to cry right now because this man just warmed my heart. That's all I've been asking for, somebody to echo what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to say, Big Perk. That's all. That's all. Thank you for saying it. That's my point. This is a different level. You got to show up. Can you handle New York or can you not?
Well, we'll find out. Game 5 is Tuesday at the Garden. Remember the last time these two teams were square